Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. If you hear any purring in this video, it is because my upstairs neighbor's cat has decided to bless me with her presence, and I do not have the heart to kick her out, so she might just be here. Something that we all know by now is that I love nothing more than looking at parents saying shit on Facebook. And so that's why I thought for today's video, it would be fun to check in on the subreddit r/shit mum groups say, because it is one of my favorite places to go because it combines so many Facebook groups. So we get a bit of a variety of the different flavor of mother, although they typically all sit at a kind of similar table. Because most of the parent groups I'm in are estranged parent groups. I am in literally like 15 different estranged parent groups. It's kind of wild. So I'll be back for another one of those shortly, I promise. But for now, let's look at some r/shit mum groups say. And also, if you enjoy this video, please do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out, so I really do appreciate it. And yeah, with that, let's get into some bullshit, shall we? Hi moms, my baby is 1 month old. How can forehead hair be removed? My baby girl, very conscious about her facial hair. Please help. And then it's a photo of her infant's head, like the top of her head. And girl, I promise you, I assure you 1000%, your baby is not conscious of her hair because she's not conscious of really anything. She like barely knows that she exists, right? Like I promise, this does not bother her. She does not care. Secondly, why do you care? Why do you care what your baby's hair looks like? I think that that is like the least of your concerns. And if you are looking at an infant baby and are like, how do I get rid of this hair on her face? I don't think you should be a parent, to be honest. I don't think that should be something that is concerning you. And if the aesthetics of like your baby's hair is like that big of a deal to which you're asking how to remove hair, which in a perfectly normal place, which is a perfectly normal thing to have, I just don't think you're cut out for this. And unfortunately it's too late, but like, yikes. Yikes. I'm at the end of my patience with my 3-year-old, and I don't know what to do. She wakes up multiple times at night from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. and screams and bangs the walls and doors and wakes all her siblings up in the house. She has recently started doing it at bedtime too. We have started putting her outside until she can stop screaming and banging so that the other kids aren't waking up from her, and she will eventually stop and go back to bed. But then later, it starts again. No one in the house is sleeping, and we are exhausted, and I have no idea to better handle this. We are firm and consistent, and she literally doesn't care. In the past, we would try to see what she needed and try to calm her down, but it would just escalate the more attention we give her. So we've just switched to giving her a warning that if she doesn't stop screaming, she's outside. I don't actually care what's happening. You never put your child outside, let alone a fucking 3-year-old. You're taking a 3-year-old and putting her outside until she stops screaming and crying. You are not fit to be parents, and I hope that she is taken away from you and put into a better home. And I also honestly hope that your other kids are too, because you are not fit to be a parent. What the fuck do you mean? What goes on in your house that you aren't willing to share on the internet? If you are willing to share this and say that this is something you do, I'm terrified to know what the things you do that you aren't willing to share are, because what the fuck do you mean you lock your child outside until she stops crying? Horrible. Your child clearly needs you. She needs your comfort. She needs your love. Like, she is 3 years old. She has not yet learned how to properly communicate what she needs and what her emotions are. Like, sometimes you just have to fucking ride it out. That's just a part of parenting. You have to ride it out. Locking her outside is not the answer. Yeah? Ask questions, talk to her, be there for her. There are people in the comments talking about how this is probably night terrors and how a lot of people have gone through this and would have to like swaddle their child until they fall asleep. And if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. Locking her outside is not going to help the issue. It's just going to, honestly, probably make it worse and definitely traumatize them going forward. And they're never going to recover from that. What the fuck? What the fuck? I really need a break with my child. I love him so much. Is there anyone who can take him to something fun and bring him home later? Like to the park or the jumpy place or something? I do not have a lot of money, but I'm feeling pretty hopeless. He gets out of camp at 2:30 and I'm honestly dreading it. I have so much work I need to do and I'm so tired. Posting anonymously because sometimes people can be super judgmental and I really don't need that right now. My son is 6. Asking strangers on the internet, who wants to take my 6-year-old child somewhere to have some fun? Who wants to spend the day with my 6-year-old child? Let me just ask a bunch of strangers. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What? I need a break from my child. I love him so much. He's coming home from camp at 2:30. Camp is typically like a multi-day thing, right? Like typically you're at camp for like a minute. Have you not already had a break? Has the break not been while he's been at camp? You just want to extend the break out. I've had enough time with my son. I don't want to spend time with him right now. But you haven't spent time with him for several days, from what I can gather. So what? What? If you want someone to spend time with him, hire a babysitter. Ask, like, a family member. Someone that you know. Organize him to go to a friend's house. Don't ask on Facebook to a group of random strangers. Are you fucking kidding me? That's horrifying. That's terrifying. That's so scary. People scare me. Do folks still wipe baby pee diapers on their face? Firstly, still? When was this ever happening? And why is this a question that you have? What? I have so many questions, and I also hope that none of them have answers, but I hope that this is not something anyone was actually doing, and I hope that this person did not actually do it, and I hope all 7 comments on this post are, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? Because what the fuck? I paid $500 to get my placenta encapsulated and never took the pills. I don't know how long they are good for, and they have been kept in the freezer, but wanted to see if anyone is interested. Gave birth March 2025. Firstly, there's so many capsules, and you're meant to take them for 15 days, and it's 2 capsules 3 times a day, which is wild. I'm so baffled by this, because I know people, I'm so baffled by this for so many reasons. Like, I know people turn their placenta into pills sometimes. Like, I know some people eat their placentas, which, whatever, go off if that's what you want to do what you want. I find it icky, but like, I'm also vegan, so, you know, that's my excuse. It's consensual, but it's a body part, and that's weird to me. I understand that people do that, and I'd heard that people got it turned into capsules because it has some sort of benefits. I don't know what those benefits are. I don't particularly care. Do what you want. However, I didn't realize it would be turned into like 100 capsules, right? Like, I thought that it was just going to be like a couple. I don't know why. Placentas are kind of like not that small, but for some reason I'm like, if you dehydrate it and grind it up, that's what I thought, all right? I thought a placenta pill was you got the placenta, you dehydrated it, you ground it up, and you put it in a capsule. But if it's making like 90 pills, this is mixed with other stuff too, right? Like, this is way more stuff is here than just dehydrated and ground up placenta, because that would actually not take up very much space. I thought that that's what was happening, but that is not what's happening. Why did you pay $500 for this? I'm confused. Why on earth would you pay $500 and then pay $500 for it and then not even take them is what the fuck? Then asking if other people want them. Why would other people want to ingest your placenta? That seems absolutely absurd. I'm so baffled by this entire thing. This also does, though, lead me to a completely separate question that's also kind of along the same lines, but we're talking about placentas, so now I'm curious. People do different things with placentas, right? And I am so curious about cultural practices for this. So I'm asking just because I'm curious about all of your experiences with this. But I am from New Zealand, right? And I didn't realize this was a cultural thing for us. I thought this was something that everyone did, but then I found out that apparently, like, not everybody does this. But we bury our placentas and plant a tree on top of them, right? Like, not everyone does that, but I did that. Like, my placenta has a Pohutukawa tree on top of it. My sister's has a different type of Pohutukawa tree. It's like a yellow Pohutukawa tree. Most of my friends also had their placentas buried and have a tree planted over them. So, like, this is a thing that we do. You take your placenta, you pick a tree, and then the tree feeds off of the placenta, and that's your tree, and that's something that we do. Some people plant them in, like, forests. Other people, like myself and my sister, ours is on a patch of our land, right? So, like, that's a thing that we do. You keep it in the freezer until you're ready to plant it, and you pick a tree. There we go. That's what it is. But other places don't do that so much. It's not so culturally normal. Like, it's not a thing that, like, everybody does. And I'm curious about whether that's something that you did. Is there, like, what happened to your placenta? If you have kids, what did you do with your placenta? Did you just get rid of it? Did you eat it? Did you turn it into pills? Did you plant it under a tree? Like, is there a specific cultural practice that you have? I'm just curious to hear. Because, yeah, that's what happened to my placenta. It's now a big Pohutukawa tree. You know, there we go. Anyway. I'm in Florida, and my 4-month-old gets comments all the time about his little tan. We don't and probably won't use sunscreen. Exposure therapy is the way, in my opinion. Unfortunately, we do run the car in intervals to get away from the sun and heat sometimes, but get near constant shade and a cool wet rag has worked wonders for us. He has been to the beach countless amounts of times and so many outings to the springs and gardens and parks. No burns, no sweats. Somehow the hottest he's ever gotten has been during our evening walks before sunset. As long as you're not spending hours and hours outside and you try your best to avoid 1 to 4 p.m. sun exposure, I think baby should be fine. I refuse to be scared of the sun, lol. Overheating is my biggest worry for baby. And then someone commented, rightfully, first off, skin cancer isn't a concern. Second point, some people burn no matter the exposure due to less melanin in the skin. They don't tan ever. You do you, I guess, but wow, that's bad advice. And they replied, sunscreen has only been around for 50 years and the human species for so much longer. Skin cancer is absolutely not a concern. I'm going to teach my kid to casually tan every day for hours at a time or anything, so I think he'll be fine, girly. Thanks to the backhanded concern, though. That wasn't backhanded concern. That was genuine concern, and your response is very concerning. This whole thing is very concerning. The most frustrating thing in the world to me is when it comes to medicine and people being like, this is a good thing. And people responding being like, well, they didn't have it this many years ago and everyone was fine. Everyone wasn't fine. Everyone wasn't fine. What do you mean? Sunscreen wasn't around 50 years ago and people are fine. Do you know how many people have fucking skin cancer? Do you know how many people die from skin cancer? Like, be so fucking for real. It's like, everyone was fine before vaccines. The plague happened. What the fuck do you mean everyone was fine before vaccines? Like, it's so... People are so astronomically ignorant and it's so frustrating. This especially is so maddening to me because, as I just said, I'm from New Zealand, right? One of the places in the world with the strongest sun, right? It's the UV index gets up to 14. It's so, like, you burn in under 7 minutes. When you go out in the sun, you get burnt in under 7 minutes. It's just what happened. Like, it's so bad. And everyone fucking gets skin cancer. It's just, if you grow up in New Zealand, you are going to get skin cancer. That's just one of the things they tell you to expect, right? I do not know a single person over the age of 40 who has not had to have a skin cancer removed. My mom has had to get several skin cancers removed over the past couple of years. It's just something that you expect. And like, my mom grew up without sunscreen, right? And people who are over 50 all grew up without sunscreen and they're all the ones who are getting skin cancer. And like, yeah, if you catch them soon enough, you're able to get them removed, but sometimes you don't catch them soon enough. And if you don't is it worth the risk? And being like, I'm going to teach them to tan in just like little intervals, right? Just get like an hour or two of exposure to your skin every day and then you're going to be used to it. You are just causing further damage to your skin. One of the reasons my mom has had so many skin cancers is firstly, not just because she grew up in New Zealand. In the sun's gotten stronger as she's gotten older. It wasn't as strong when she was a kid. But anyway, it's not just because of sun exposure. It's because she did tanning beds. It's because she liked the feeling of the sun. She liked a tan. And it partially was like, you know, getting your skin ready for summer so it doesn't burn so much in the sun. And because she spent so much time in tanning beds, she has had to get multiple skin cancers removed. And so she now like wears sunscreen constantly. Her advice is always like, wear sunscreen, never do tanning beds. There's like nothing she regrets more than spending time in tanning beds. It's astounding to have watched that sort of switch up happen once the realization happens. And if you're starting this when he is a baby and you're going to teach him to get sun exposure to like get used to the sun, like that is not how this works. There are people who get skin cancer very young. I've seen someone recently who had his skin cancer removed who was only in their 20s. Like, you have to be sun smart. Yes, sunscreen hasn't been around for that long, but also the rates of skin cancer has always been around. People have always been affected. Why would you want to like have that be an option for your child? I just don't understand. If there's prevention, why are you... It's horrible. It's horrible. Risk for the sake of risk. Like, the sun is so much more dangerous than just sunscreen. And Florida, to my knowledge, has an incredibly high UV index. They have a very strong sun. So you absolutely need to be wearing sunscreen. Someone asked for advice about their kid not being able to sleep, and someone commented, co-sleep, you'll have no issues. Babies need to be next to their mamas. It's instinct. Wear your baby, sleep with your baby, and follow what they want. They replied, no thank you. I'm a paramedic and have held a dead baby directly linked to co-sleeping. Twice. Okay, keep going against literal motherly instincts. That's why you have a horse screaming baby. That is the worst response I've ever heard. Someone says to you, like, no, I will not co-sleep because I've held a dead baby because of co-sleeping. Like, a baby died because of co-sleeping, and I directly saw that happen, so absolutely not. And your response isn't to be like, oh my god, that's horrible. This is clearly something that is dangerous and I will stop doing it immediately. And instead is being like, well, you're being a bad mother. I think you should do this thing that clearly has potentially lethal side effects. I'm going to continue putting my child in a position where I might suffocate them to death. And I think that you should too. And the fact that you won't means that you're a bad mother. How, when someone says to you, I've seen a baby die from that, is your response to shame them for not doing it? Like, what? What are we doing for lazy kids? Chores, homework, sports they choose and want to play. Putting on his shorts or socks or even his shirts are just done lazy. When I say this, I mean he gets dressed and his socks will be on sideways, his shirt inside out, and his shorts will be sideways with one side rolled up. We tried lectures, writing sentences, spanking when he was younger. He's 10 now. Push-ups, running. I have to stand there and watch him brush his teeth or he won't do that, or at least not well. I hate feeling like I'm dogging on him all the time. I just want him to do his best. There's so many bums in this world. I don't want my son to be one. So it sounds like potentially your son has ADHD. Not to diagnose, but like it's potentially something to look into as someone who struggles with this as an adult and someone who struggled with it as a child as well. But also, like, here's the thing, and this is something that my parents did, of like, if I put my socks on sideways, just wear my socks sideways. If I put my shirt on inside out, I'll just wear it inside out. Maybe I wanted to wear my shirt inside out that day. Maybe I feel like it looked cool. I used to wear skirts as tops because I was like, this looks cool. This is fun. I'm just going to do this because it works. I went through a period of time when I was 8 where I just wore pajamas everywhere. I don't know why. I just thought it was fun. So I just wore my pajamas everywhere. And my parents were like, it's what she wants to wear. So she can wear those. It's fine. It's not hurting anyone. She can do what she wants. If it's like important things, like obviously doing homework and like, you know, going to school and getting the things done that they need to get done, like practicing sports and that sort of stuff. Like that is obviously important things, but you need to show support for that and like actually like talk through what the issue is and figure out why it is so hard for him to do and try to come up with a solution that works that isn't punishment, right? Punishment doesn't actually help people learn. You have to use like positive reinforcement is much more successful. Like being supported and having like love and understanding is going to have much better results than like if you don't do something you're going to get punished, right? Like fear does not create results in the same way that love and understanding does, right? And I think that there is such a problem with how we call people lazy when they just like are struggling to do things, because there is more often than not a reason why people are struggling to do things and they just need a little bit of help. And telling him to write lines does not help him focus on his homework. Have a conversation, talk to him, get to the bottom of it and give him the help that he needs. Make it easier for him to do by making it fun, by like having incentives, like do something that helps him get through it instead of just punishing him and then complaining about him on the internet. Can anyone advise me, please? Could this be from too much screen time? She watched Bluey for 40 minutes yesterday and now she has come up with this all over her. Pretty sure it's just from that, but her nursery is being so dramatic about it. And it is a girl's back and it is clearly chickenpox. This girl has chickenpox and this mother is out here being like, I think it's from watching Bluey for 40 minutes yesterday. How would those things be even remotely correlated? How do you think that this has happened? I'm so confused as to how you could possibly connect those dots. How did you get here? Please show me the working. Show me the working, because I would love to see it. What is wrong with you? I did like though in the comments, it's got chicken rat pox. I think it's fucking hilarious. Chicken rat pox. That's what Bluey causes. But like, for real though, use your brain. Think about it. And don't send your kid to nursery when they have chicken pox. Just don't do it, because that's unfair and cruel to other kids who, you know, don't want to get chicken pox, right? Yeah, maybe keep them home. Also unfair to her because she has chicken pox and I don't remember having chicken pox, but I don't imagine it was very fun. So maybe you should keep her home and look after her and make sure that she is okay and like let her watch Bluey while she recovers, because Bluey is very healing. And don't force her to go out and about because screen time gave her chickenpox, because it didn't. Chickenpox is a viral infection. Please give her the help that she needs and make sure she's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna finish it there with the chicken rat pox, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I thought it would be fun to do a little short fun video. I've not done one of them for a while, so I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. A huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Eden, Amelia, Rain Remaining, Mossy Moose, Bingo Bango, Who Ate My Mango, Kiarum, Bug Loves Cats, Kojo, The Beebs, Tess, Bree, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic Petey, Sushi Kawaii, Phil the Duck, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Chris, Ellie, Ikazel, Alexis, and Nevea. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes, you replace the darkness with light.